Hmm. Dissension in the ranks, huh? Kai, you fucked up. You fucked up by revealing what happened to your parents to Beverly. You fucked up. Or did he? Alright, welcome back to another Round 1 review. This review is going to be looking at American Horror Story Cult, episode 5? I think it's episode 5? I don't know. Yeah, man, like, hey, you know what, dude, this season is really good, man. Like, I am really enjoying this season a lot, and like I said in my other review, man, I think it has to do with more, this season has a lot more psychological horror in it than supernatural horror and stuff. And I don't know, man, this season's just clicking on especially these last couple episodes, man. It's just clicking, dude, like really good and stuff. And much like last episode, this episode was another cult episode. We get like last episode, we get to see the formation of the cult and stuff. In this episode, we get to see kind of like behind the scenes, the inner workings of the cult. You know, and so it appears the cult isn't as sturdy as we were led to believe in the rest of the season and stuff. And now that, you know, Kai's overall plan is kind of now more focused, that he wants to start by causing a bunch of fear and paranoia in this little town, and then spread it to the rest of the world. And so we get a couple big reveals in this episode too, man. But yeah, let's get into it. So the main thing in this episode is that they end up killing Beverly's boss, Bob, right? Who had a gimp upstairs and stuff, which was like, okay. Like even the cult, like even when the cult found it, they was like, oh, okay. And this is, wow. We just beat the fuck out of this dude downstairs, but damn, this is ridiculous and stuff. And it's like, what? And stuff, man. But like, Kai, and then, you know, like Beverly, who seems to be more and more, she on the surface she appears to follow Kai's like unquestionably, but at the end of the episode we kind of start getting to see that, man, maybe she might be going to make a power play to take over the cult and stuff. And she does a pinky thing with Kai, and she's like, I know you told everybody a different story about your background here and stuff, but I want the real truth. I want the man behind the mask. So he tells her, and we get two big mysteries revealed in this flashback. What was behind the white door with the rose on it in Kai and Winter's house, and we'll talk about that first. Turns out that's where his parents are. His dad ends up killing his mom, and then she ends up killing him, and then she shoots herself in the head, and Kai don't know what to do. Winter is off at college at this point, and Kai doesn't know what to do, so he calls the one person he can call to come help him, and this leads to our second biggest reveal in this episode, that yes, Allie's doctor, Dr. Vincent, I think that's his name, is in fact Kai and Winter's older brother and stuff. And yeah, we knew that dude had a role in the cult, but we didn't really know what his role was, other than, you know, he's the one feeding the cult all the different patients' fears and anxieties and stuff. But now we know that he's their older brother and stuff. Now, the thing is he the actual leader of the cult? I don't know. I'd be hard pressed to say no. then again, man, it still sees Kai as the leader, but I don't know, man. This dude seemed like he was on the ball, because his whole thing was, when he showed up, was, we're gonna just lock this door, we're gonna cover him with lye, and they're just gonna let him decompose into nothingness here in this room. It's gonna be like a mausoleum. And shit. And if he's willing to go that far to save his practice, yeah, he might be the fucking leader. But we don't know. So, he reveals all this to Beverly. And it looks like at the end of the episode that Beverly is going to try to use this as some kind of leverage against Kai and stuff. But honestly, how much of this can we really believe that Kai was crying and he was that vulnerable? Because there has to be an ulterior motive or something, man. I don't think he'd just easily let go of something like that without it being more to it. And especially if his brother finds out, because his brother is the one that she should be worried about, because he's the one. It wasn't Kai's idea to make a mausoleum out of their room. No, my friends, it was the brother. It was Dr. Vincent. So he's the one that she really should be worried about. Because that motherfucker will go to any lengths to save his practice. And as soon as he finds out that his ass might be compromised, might be the end of Beverly. But not before Beverly does a bunch of goddamn destruction and shit. Now, so that leads us to the next part, man. We're talking about Ivy and Allie. The one thing this season has done is there are no likable characters in this season, except Allie is actually becoming the one person that is kind of likable. I love Sarah Paulson, but her character is really fucking annoying until now. Whenever she starts realizing shit. And so whenever she sees Harrison come home, because at this point Ivy took Oz and they took him to a hotel, and she only has like supervised visitation and stuff with Oz. Well, later on at night, man, she sees Harrison come home and drag something out of the car, which we can tell is a body, but she drags out the car. She sees it, then she sees the cops show up and sees them kiss. And so she sneaks back there to the house, man, and looks in the grave. Finds a grave dug in the backyard, and finds Meadow in the grave, who is not dead yet. And Meadow wakes up and sees Allie and starts begging and pleading with her to help her, that they're all crazy and stuff. So you see a moment of contemplation in Allie, but she hears Harrison and the cop coming. I cannot remember his fucking name, but the cop coming, and she takes off. And she gets at the house, she calls Ivy on the phone. Ivy's like, "You can't be calling here," and she's like, it's fucking real. And then Meadow shows up at the window and basically just spills the entire everything to Allie. They're a cult, they're crazy, everybody is involved, and even your wife and stuff. So now Allie is well aware that Ivy is in the cult. Which leads us to the thing that maybe Ivy is now having second thoughts about joining the cult, considering what happened to RJ and Bob. She threw up during the murder of the Gimp, and then she didn't want to kill RJ later on in the episode, who really, that was, I don't know what the fuck. But anyway, so here, and this all goes back to my thing about people like that. People always want change, and they always want, like, you know, to start a revolution and stuff, man. But the one thing that keeps people from doing that, or and stuff, keeps people from like wanting to take steps to invoke real change, or makes them want to, like overthrow the system and stuff, is because they're scared of fucking jail, and that's pretty much where Ivy is. She wants to enact change. She's all telling Winter in the car, "I'll go to any lengths to do it," but then you don't want to kill people. I understand, because Bitch, you done got involved in some really seriously messed up shit with this cult, and on top of that, like, now your ass is an accomplice to murder. You're a murder clown at this point. God damn, this sticking at the juggalos, huh? Anyway, so yeah, so where that goes, man, so they end up killing RJ because he's a weak link, because he bitches about everything. So they all go up and they start with a nail gun, just everybody starts popping him in the head, pow, 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 to prove their loyalty to Kai. Like, okay. And that's when Beverly and Kai do the pinky thing, which I still think is fucking retarded, because honestly, which we find out the pinky thing comes from the doctor, from Kai's older brother, Kai Winter's older brother. The pinky thing. He's the one that started the shit. I'm telling you, because he's the one that did it to Kai. He was like, we're gonna make our parents zombies, or make our parents like, you know, corpses in here, and we're in this together. Which is still fucking stupid, because I don't care how much fucking pinky swearing you do, bro. Like, when the cops come, ain't nobody fucking... But yeah, anyway, yeah, all in all, this was a really good episode, man. Now, I think, if we look at the preview for next episode, it looks like Allie is going to fight back against the cult now, finally. Because I'm at the point now, man, where I'm ready for some of the cult to get their comeuppance and stuff, man. And we're starting to see the chinks in the armor of the cult, and especially Kai, if we're led to believe that's what it is. Because it could be Kai, it could be playing Beverly again. The motherfucker is smart. And although it is weird that how he drastically changed from being the way he was in the flashback to the way he is now and stuff, man. It's really fucking weird. And how fucking why, like in the first episode, like he asked Winter what she's most afraid of and their pinky thing, and she was like, you're most scared of you. No, bitch, the person you should be most scared of is your other fucking brother. He seems to be the crazy one. Like, crazier than Kai. And that's saying something, because Kai's fucking insane. But, yeah. All in all, this is a great episode, man. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. As always, motherfuckers, never forget.
I hate you, I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.